Hi there, I'm Alex from the Southern Ukulele Store, and I'm in for a treat this morning, and I think all of our ears are in for a treat because it's Pete Howlett Day. It's International Pete Howlett Day, where we all come together on a day in August and we watch a video that Alex has made for the Southern Ukulele Store about the Pete Howlett Revelators. So happy Pete Howlett Day. We have two Pete Howlett Revelators that Pete and I discussed recently on a podcast, which you can view in the link in the description. Really interesting podcast. Pete talks about his whole career. And if you don't follow Pete's daily, he does a daily kind of talk to the camera from the workshop where he discusses what he's working on. He's been working on these two for quite a long time, and they have some distinct differences that make them very interesting and definitely worth listening to as a comparison. Going forward, if you're somebody that may be interested in a Pete Howlett ukulele down the line, or you're interested in the ones that we've got here at the Southern Ukulele Store. So I'm going to have to read a little bit off of a sheet because Pete's given me some notes about model names and codes, something that's new to him and he really wants to run with. So the first ukulele we're going to look at today is the kind of traditional Revelator with the elliptical sound hole. So this is a Koa Korina tenor Revelator. Pete's code for these is the KOSRT1, which I imagine stands for Koa Standard Revelator Tenor Type 1, something like that. Only Pete will know that, but the important information for you folks at home is that this has a Koa top with Korina back and sides and a Korina neck. Really just a lovely join. I'll do some close-ups like I always do with these ukes. And a Kingwood fingerboard and bridge, and the Kingwood Howlett faceplate there at the front as well. You have the De Young open geared tuners I really like, really rate. And Pete uses a synthetic material Korean for his nuts and saddles. But the whole thing is just so resonant. It's for me, as somebody that's seen probably 40 or 50 different Howlett ukuleles over the years, what impresses me is that Pete has changed his design so dramatically, and yet we still have a very distinctive Pete Howlett, very traditional but very clear and confident ukulele sound. So I'm going to show you some lovely B-roll footage of me opening up the case of this ukulele and a little in-depth look at it, and play a sound sample for you now. Okay, and we're back with our second ukulele of the day. This is a Pete Howlett Nautilus Revelator, and the code for this ukulele is a KRNRT1, which I'm going to say is Korina Nautilus Revelator Tenor 1. Got it, Pete. I'm pretty sure I'm right with that one. And what differs with the Nautilus design over the standard design is the sound hole. The sound hole on this one is a much larger teardrop shape, Nautilus shape, and you have a Korean top on this model with Korean back and sides. Really nice figured Korean top on this, actually. Korean is most famous in musical instruments for being the wood that Gibson chose in the 50s to make their kind of more wacky late 50s Explorer, Flying V designs from. And it's just fantastic to see them being used on acoustic instruments, and it's not something that I've seen many other people do except Pete. So kudos to Pete there. This one also has that Kingwood fingerboard and a Kingwood head plate, which looks especially nice on this one because it's not perfectly straight, it kind of veers off. I love it. And then you also you have an Umguri, I'm going to spell that for you, an Umguri bridge, which is a leadwood bridge, slightly harder wood, I believe, than Kingwood. Just if I had to pick a favourite of the two, I'd really struggle. Pete asked me on the phone which was my favourite, and I think that this one just about did it for me. But we're going to give this one a play, and you can compare the two and see what you think. Okay folks, so you've heard both of them, but which was your favourite? Let us know in the comments, but also if you have a Pete Howlett story that you'd like to share about one of your ukuleles that he's built for you, then let us know in the comments. Let people know. Let's build a community here. If you have any questions, you can contact me in store at alex@ukulele.co.uk, and I also have a ukulele channel of my own called Ukes with Alex, which features my podcast with Pete that you can see in the description. You can contact me in store on 01202 430 820, and the links for these instruments will be in the description. Another fantastic video, and happy Pete Howlett Day, everyone.